Okay, so I've just arrived at one of my houses. Apparently, my lawn guy was cutting the grass yesterday and he noticed a bunch of branches in the backyard and calls me and says, "Hey boss, we got a whole bunch of branches back here. Did you do this?" And I said, "No, it wasn't me." So puts me on FaceTime. Apparently there's a whole bunch of branches, tree debris in the backyard, and at this time the neighbor walks out and he asked my neighbor, "Hey, do you know who did this?" And the neighbor says, "Yeah, I did it." So apparently this is, a little bit strange. While I'm on the phone, he asks why, and apparently there was a tree branch overhanging his roof and he decided to just cut the branches on his own accord and dump them into my backyard. Not just one branch, but several branches. So gonna go check it out, see what the deal is, and hopefully get these branches taken care of. Yeah, so that is just way more than what I'm willing to deal with, so I'm gonna have to pay for some removal services and hopefully get that cleaned up pretty soon. Doesn't look good. Alright, what's up guys? I'm back home and I'm pissed. Just kidding, I'm not pissed, but I'm not too happy about what happened either. So I looked up some laws in the state of Texas regarding trees and encroaching branches onto neighbors' property. And this is what I found. So it says property owners in every state have the right to cut off branches and roots that stray into their property. In most states, this is the only help provided by the law, even when damage from a tree is substantial. This right to cut away at somebody else's property is not written down as a statute or local ordinance. It is common law right, created by court decisions. But there are limits on what the neighbor can do to address the problem. The neighbor cannot trim roots and branches beyond the boundary line. In this case, it looks like he did. Injure, kill, or cut down the tree. Enter the owner's property without permission unless the branches are an imminent threat. Well, according to the video, there was a lot more trees in the yard than what was cut at the branches, which leads me to believe that he either has incredible strength and was able to throw large tree branches across the entire length of the yard to the other side of the lawn, or he had actually entered the backyard without my permission to dispose of the tree debris. The next piece of information that I found says that, question is, can I make my neighbor trim the tree branches that hang onto my property? The answer is no. If the tree is healthy, you can trim the branches that hang over your property line. Your trimming is limited to only the part of the tree on your property. However, you cannot make your neighbor trim the tree branches on your property. In addition, if you trim branches on your property, you cannot kill your neighbor's tree. Well, he did more than just cut the trees that were overhanging his property, because the tree that is within my property line, the branches have been cut entirely off the tree that were extending beyond the fence line into my property. So this is what I have an issue with. If he trimmed the branches that were overhanging his property, fine, that's all well. However, this was not the case. He cut the tree branches that were within my property line. Not only that, but he disposed of all of the branches within my property, even the branches that he cut, and was able to spread evenly, not just at the cutting site, but across my entire backyard. So I don't know what to do.
thinking about maybe seeking legal counsel, as this could be a legal matter. But, just as common courtesy to your neighbor, I would think, shouldn't the first course of action just be to contact your neighbor and, address the issue? I thought it was a little bit out of line to, cut these branches without even speaking to me. At least reach out, right? Speak to me, and maybe we can resolve the issue instead of going over into your neighbor's property line and then deciding to cut the branches on your own accord. That's just me. That's what I think. If you think something else, leave it in the comments below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is he right? Is he wrong? Let me know. What do you think?